How do you do? I'm General Vincent, the commander of the Australian force in Vietnam, and I'm speaking to you from the Nui Dat, the base of the 1st Australian Task Force. The Australian force consists of the Army element, which is the largest here, based at Nui Dat, the Air Force element, based at Vung Tau, some 16 miles away, operating helicopters and transport aircraft, with some bombers up the coast of Phan 100 miles, and the naval element consisting of divers, helicopter pilots, and a destroyer off the coast. Christmas is with us now, and we here at Nui Dat and in the whole of the force think of you people back home with all the kind thoughts that are appropriate at Christmas time. And shortly you'll be hearing some of the soldiers, sailors and airmen speak to their folks at home, passing to them the Christmas messages. I would like to thank all those organisations, people and clubs and groups who have been so kind throughout the year, and more particularly at Christmas, in sending gifts and good wishes to all the men here in Vietnam. May I, on behalf of all those members of the force who cannot speak to you personally, wish you all back home in Australia a Merry Christmas and a fine and happy New Year.
Saigon, capital of South Vietnam, and a city well known to troops who have served or who are serving with the headquarters of the Australian forces here in Vietnam. Despite years of war and numerous Viet Cong terror and rocket attacks, life goes on for the stoic Vietnamese civilians.
I'm Corporal Dennis Foale of Richmond, South Australia. I'd like to send a special Christmas message to my wife Lorraine, to my mum and dad, to Lorraine's mum and dad, and my brothers, First, Ashley, Whitten, Barry, and my sister Shireen, and to everyone else in South Australia from Vietnam.
I'm Private John McArdle from Summertown Park, South Australia. I'd like to send a special message to mum and dad, my sisters, Kathy and Sue, my brother Dave, a very close friend Eileen, and all members of the Anderson family, and also all my other friends and mates in South Australia from here in Vietnam.
I'm Corporal John Ainsworth from Whyalla, South Australia. I'd like to send a Christmas greeting to my mother, father, my wife and my daughter, Phillips. I hope they all have a happy Christmas and a New Year. Too bad I can't be there, but we'll be next year. We're going to have a bit of a do over here, a bit of a Christmas spirit kind of thing. Probably all get full. That's all I've got to say. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Corporal John Richards Pugh of Port Augusta, South Australia. I'm stationed at the headquarters AATTV Saigon. I'd like to send Christmas messages to mum and dad and friends at Port Augusta, and also to my brother in Adelaide, and also to all my friends in Adelaide. I'd also like to send greetings to Uncle Bob and Auntie Gwen and family in Kerrang, Victoria. Thank you.
I am Warrant Officer Chris McEvoy from Millswood, South Australia, present serving with the Australian Army training team in Da Nang. My job is platoon commander of a Vietnamese platoon. I'd like to extend Christmas greetings to Mum, Dad and Louise, and to all the members of the Army who I've served with before. Thank you.
I'm Ian Crutchley with number 2 Squadron, Royal Australian Air Force stationed at Phan, South Vietnam. I'd just like to take this opportunity to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to my parents back home and family and Anita and really in general everyone back home. I wish you all the best for Christmas and the New Year.
The majority of the 8,000 Australian servicemen in Vietnam see little or nothing of Saigon. At Nui Dat, about 40 miles southeast of the capital, is the operational base for the 1st Australian Task Force. It's home for about 5,000 officers and men. From Nui Dat are launched the operations against the enemy in Phuc Tuy and the neighbouring provinces.
Christmas, for many of the lads of the battalion, it will be their first time away from home. And, of course, it won't be the same sort of Christmas that they have been used to. We will do our very best to make it a day to remember for them, and we will set up Christmas decorations, and with the help that you've given us with the Christmas parcels which have been sent, I think it will be a day to remember. Naturally, everybody won't be present on Christmas Day itself. We'll still have 100, maybe 120 men on patrol, and this is necessary because we can't afford to neglect our own defence even on a day as special as this. Now, from the members of the 7th Battalion, I would like to wish you, on their behalf and on my own, a very happy Family Day. I'd like to wish you too peace for the future and happiness.
I'm Lance Corporal Dave Lambert from South Australia. I'd like to wish my wife a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Maruka, and I'll see you later, dear.
I'm Trooper Petteit from South Australia, Adelaide. I'd like to wish the folks back home Merry Christmas, and perhaps the people I've known all my life from South Australia. People to mention Ed Gaehl, Harry Gaehl from Foale, and Barossa Valley, where I spent 2 years of my early boyhood. And perhaps I'd like to mention my girlfriend back home, Pat Edwards, from Edwin, and that's it all.
I'm Lance Corporal Peter Koch. I'd like to send a message home to my wife and son, Janelle and Nigel, to miss them both, and I'd like to see them very soon. Hold home my mother and father. I'd best wishes to them too, and to Mr. and Mrs. Morton and everyone else back at home.
I'm Sapper Richard Gaehl from Parrackie, and I'd like to take this opportunity to send Christmas greetings home to my mother and brother and sister, and also my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, and all my friends at home.
I'm Sapper Pammaner from Hatrasville. I'd like to send all greetings, Christmas greetings to Mum, Joyce, Kevin, John, Gloria and young Mark, and to Betty and the family. Cheers.
I'm Private Phillips from Charlie Company's 7th Battalion. I'd like to say hello to my mum and dad and all the family and friends from Strathalbyn, and wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and trust that you shall have a very blessed time in this festive season.
My name is Lance Corporal McIntyre from South Australia, Adelaide, Largs North. I'd like to send a Christmas greeting to my wife, Barbara, and to my mother and father. That's all.
I'm Private Johnson from Kalunga, South Australia, and I'd like to send a Christmas greeting to my fiancée Anna and my mother and father and everyone in Kalunga. Thank you.
I'm Private Jim Smart from B Company, Nui Dat. I'd like to take a chance to say cheerio to Mum and Dad and Jill and all my friends and relations back home, and also send them a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in the future. Thank you.
I'm Private Chris Cannon from Inman Valley, South Australia. I'd like to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to my mother and father, also my sisters, Brenda, Anne, Pamela, Vicky and Margaret, and also little brother Peter, and everybody at Inman Valley and Victor Harbour.
I'm Private Neville Badman from Sewell, South Australia. I'd like to wish Mum and Dad and all the family a Merry Christmas. I'm sorry I won't be there to be with you, but it won't be long now.
I'm Joseph Dickey from Adelaide, South Australia. Just like to wish Mum, Dad, Liz, just like to wish you a Merry Christmas. Wish I was home with you.
Jeff Martin, South Australia, Adelaide. All the best to folks back home. Flinders Pub, Port Augusta, from Blue. I'd like to thank Ernie Sigley on behalf of all the South Aussies for the gear he's trying to send over to us.
I'm Gunnar Blinkon of Murray Bridge, South Australia. I wish my folks all the best at Christmas.
I'm Staff Sergeant Neville Noakes from Nui Dat. I'd just like to send Christmas greetings home to my wife, Diane, my 2 sons, Martin and Matthew, to my parents, and to all my friends in South Australia.
I'm Corporal Eric Williams from Border Town in South Australia. I'd like to send a message to my wife, mother and father, and everybody at home. Hello, sweetheart. How are you, Mum and Dad? How's your little girl? I'll be home sometime in May. I hope you're waiting for me.
Lance Corporal Dick Baker, Nui Dad. I'd like to say hello to Mum, the two sisters, and even Suzanne too. Hope they're having a Merry Christmas over there. And that's in Adelaide, there. I hope the weather's good for them, and I'll be home pretty shortly, I hope. And that's about it. I'm Sapper Stephen from Campbelltown, South Australia. I'd like to wish my mother a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and my brother and my father, and next door neighbours, Mr. and Mrs. Kent, Mr. and Mrs. McCullough, and me mates, Goof and Rod, Mr. and Mrs. Packer, and the gang at Woolies. I all hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I hope to see you soon around April, May.
I'm Lance Corporal Godfrey Franken from Elizabeth North, South Australia. Hello, Mum. Wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And the same of all my brothers and my sisters.
Hello, this is Private Darlin Church from Elizabeth, South Australia. Just like to wish my wife and children Happy Christmas and wish that I could be there with them.
I'm Gunner Sitsinger from Forcefield Regiment, Vietnam. I would like to take this opportunity in sending my greetings to the family of South Australia, with my mother, my brothers Eckhard and Ulrich, and my little sister Christiana. I would like very much to say a few more words, but unfortunately time is a little restricted, and I'm looking forward very much to seeing you all soon again.
Okay then. Christmas 1966, we were probably wondering what Christmas 67 would be. Well, we're with it now, and I think probably we're thinking of Christmas 1968. However, the main thing probably concerns the people at home is just how we're spending Christmas. We're not all together. Christmas up here is not a day, it's more of a period. However, we try to keep Christmas going in the same Australian way that we're all used to. Our canteen committees, cooks, caterers, have all got together on this one, and well, we hope that we'll have the Christmas that we would have had at home. Not quite the same, but along that line. The parcels, the letters, the well wishes, everything from home help to make it for us. It's not exactly the same, but I'm sure everybody at home knows that we're thinking of you, whether they be mother, brother, wife, children, whoever they may be. We're very happy and proud of the job we're doing at present, and as I say, we're looking forward to coming home, and I think every man in the battalion would like me to send very best wishes of Happy Christmas to all at home, and especially to those people who have been wounded from the battalion and those that have returned home.
At Vung Tau on the South China Sea, the Australian Logistics Support Group is located.
Hello, I'm Major Lee Mackay from Broadview, South Australia. As you can see, I'm quite well and fit and enjoying the interesting job I have in Vung Tau. I'd like to extend Christmas greetings to my wife Margaret, my daughter Michelle, to my wife's family and my mother. Also, best wishes and a prosperous new year to my many friends in Adelaide. Private Williams, 2 Comport Depot.
from Quorn, South Australia. I'd like to convey my Christmas greetings to parents and friends in Quorn and wish them all a happy Christmas. Thank you.
Tôi là Hà Sĩ Trevor Gordon, quê tôi ở Pittsburgh, tiểu bang Queensland. Tôi làm việc tại quan cảnh tư pháp tại Vũng Tàu, Nam Việt Nam. I'm Corporal Trevor Gordon. I come from Pittsburgh in Queensland. I work as an interpreter for the Australian SIB at Vung Tau in South Vietnam. I'd like to pass Christmas message on to my parents and take me back home. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Corporal Mel from Adelaide. I'd like to send Christmas greetings to my mother, my family, to my girlfriend Carol and her family. I'd also like to add that it's not too bad up here. We're just missing the good times in Adelaide and all the beer, the parties, etc. Merry Christmas to all. Thank you.
I'm Sister Colleen Mealy of Port Augusta, and I'd just like to say happy and Merry Christmas to Mum and Dad and all the rest of the families and all the kids. And congratulations to my little sister on her second child. Thank you.
I'm Second Lieutenant Roger Armfield from Hillcrest Gardens. I would like to say hello to my wife, Helen, and my mother and brothers, sister, and I wish I was home with you for Christmas dinner, because I know that Mum and my sister cook up a pretty good dinner. And once again, Merry Christmas, and I'll be with you very shortly, I hope.
My name's Corporal Tim Bass, wife Longer. I'd like to send a greeting home to my wife, Diane. Big hug to my daughter, Tony. I'd like to say good day to Mum and Dad, parents-in-law. Say Merry Christmas to brothers and sisters, and all those at home. Think of you quite often. Once again, Merry Christmas to all of you.
Hello, my name's Corporal Glishy from Finland, South Australia. Just to wish Mum and Dad Happy Christmas. Sister and father, Merry Christmas. Also his wife and two sons, Ken and Don. And wish I was there, but they'll be there next Christmas. Also Honey and the grandma, wish them all Merry Christmas, and hope to join them soon.
Private Bert from Barra in South Australia. I'd like to send Christmas greetings to my father in the Barra, also to Mr. and Mrs. Ladner, and Mr. and Mrs. Hurley of Barra also. Hoping that they enjoy their Christmas as well as I hope to out here.
I'm Craftsman D. Banky of Darlington, South Australia. Hi Mum, Dad, Gay, Jill and John, and all my friends and relatives at home in Adelaide. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I certainly wish I could be there with you. I've just been on R&R to Singapore and had a fabulous time, and that's something special for you, Mum. As you can now see, this is my desk on which I work every day, and will do so until June 1968. I'm feeling fit and well at the moment and thinking of you all for Christmas time. Thank you.
I'm Captain Mick Ross of Dover Gardens in Adelaide. I'd like to send greetings to my wife and family, Maureen, Christine, Trevor. Hope that you're enjoying your Christmas. I'm about to go on R&R to Hong Kong, and hope that I'll be able to bring back a few good things for you and get them home there in time for today.
I'm LAC Halen from Prospect, South Australia, and I'd like to send home some Christmas wishes to my mother and father and sisters and brothers too. And I'm just hoping it's not as hot in South Australia as it is up here.